die.
A new consignment of tyres had arrived, but it was late and all mixed up. Then, to make matters worse, Mike spilled a box of tacks right in front of the hangar.
How could I know there was a hole in the bottom of the box?
You could keep your eyes open. You and the fella who sent these tyres. Look at this. It'd fit a tractor. Oh, I'm at my wit's end. There's enough work here for 6 people.
What's up, Lionel? What's going on?
Oh, bad show, Budgie. Tacks spilled. Half the tyres in the place are punctured, and the new ones don't fit. Can't work without the right tyres, eh?
I'm okay, Lionel. I don't need them.
Ah, no. Well, good show, Budgie, but just look at the others. Just look at the state they're in. Army marches on its tyres, you know. Worst possible time, too.
Why, Lionel? What's so special about now?
National Efficiency Awards, Budgie. It's Hairfield's turn this week. Daily checks. How well we serve our customers and all that.
Oh, rocketing rotors. And do you think Harefield will do badly, Lionel?
Afraid so, Budgie. Schedule's taken a nosedive. Had expected 4 stars. We'll be lucky to get 1.
Oh, gosh. That's dreadful. But I could do a lot of the work on my own, Lionel. I'm fast.
You are, Budgie, and we all know you'll do your best.
I will, Lionel. You just watch. Snowy and I are off now with the supplies for the mountain rescue station. See how soon we get back.
We need a full-time store person, a tyre keeper to look after the tyres. I can't take care of everything.
A tyre keeper? That's just the job for me. I'm very tired. Get it?
If you don't stop that nonsense, you'll get it. I'll put you in charge of the tyres.
They just don't know how fast I am, Snowy, and they'd be surprised at all the shortcuts I know. This will take 15 minutes off the return trip. Wow, Snowy. Hear that? What's happened to Jean-Claude? Yikes! This is a dangerous place. Let's get out of here.
Not you as well, Lionel.
Afraid so, Pippa.
Well, at least Budgie keeps going. Here he is now. He's made good time, too.
Well done, Budgie. You really were fast.
Lionel, you'll never believe it. In Bleak Valley, Jean-Claude made a dreadful noise, like thunder.
In Bleak Valley, eh? That wasn't thunder, Budgie. That was the sonic boom you heard.
What's the sonic boom, Lionel?
It's caused by aircraft breaking the sound barrier. When a jet like Jean-Claude goes faster than 760 miles per hour, he stirs the air up and boom! By the way, what were you doing in Bleak?
I don't know. I guess I'll just get invited up to his apartment and see if he's got
along the Mississippi River, crossing now in...
The problem?
Yes, it actually intercepts it and says, click on AutoFix. I'm going to take you back to the point in your application before the crash so you can save your work.
Sounds pretty valuable. Okay, so this will work with Windows 95 or with Windows 3.1?
Yes, it works with both Windows 95 or Windows 3.1.
And how much does it cost me to buy this?
It costs about $50 in the store.
Okay, $50 or less, something like that. All right, first day 95, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, it is sad to say, but true, Macintosh users have computer problems too. And if you have a new Mac, you probably should become acquainted with the new Norton Utilities for the Power Mac. That's this guy right over here. And Joel, you're going to tell us a little bit about this. What's the typical problem that a Mac user does have?
Well, typical problems for our Mac users would be init conflicts, adding new software, something doesn't work right. Possibly they run into problems if they hook up new hardware, things don't work right, such like that.
All right, now we're looking at the most typical problem I have is you try to turn the thing on and you get that horrible question mark instead of the smiley face.
Once in a while you run into a problem like this where the machine just won't start, it's giving you a question mark. If you have Norton Utilities handy, what you'll do is boot from our emergency disk and we'll just fire it up on a hard disk here.
All right, so one thing I get here is an emergency boot disk. If all else dies, I know I can stick your disk in and start.
Right. Let's start this up. By the way, I should say that if you've got a machine like the 7500 that's got a CD-ROM player built in, go ahead and start up from the system CD
So
that you
start
bought.
from the CD that
Right.
came with it.
Then insert the emergency disc and you'll be okay.
Okay, so we overcame that disk crash by
Right.
just rebooting again.
Now what we're doing here is loading up a separate disk, like the emergency disk that's got Norton Utilities on it, and then we'll launch the Norton Disk Doctor and have it take a look at the disk that wouldn't start.
Okay, so presumably the reason the machine wouldn't boot up is because I have a hard disk problem and it couldn't find the file it needed to boot
There's
up.
some kind of directory problem, and Disk Doctor will find out for us.
Okay, so how do we run
we've
Disk Doctor
selected the
then?
disk that is giving us trouble, and we click Examine. And it starts off through a series of tests. The bad media check, it takes a little while. This checks for bad sectors on the disk, sectors that won't hold the magnetic charge to store information. We'll skip that one, go through the directory information. That looked okay. It's checking the system folder now and analyzing the files on the disk, and we'll see what pops up here.
All right, so it's just literally checking every folder,
Right.
every file on there to see what's happening. And at least you can watch this cute little animation of, is that
Right.
Peter Norton sort of pressing buttons for
That's
me there?
the Disk Doctor.
The Disk Doctor, okay. So we're doing two things here. Number one, we're solving the initial problem, but I don't want it to happen a second time, so we're trying to fix the thing that caused the problem
There's
in the
still a
first place.
problem on this disk, and in fact, the
right,
Disk
so what's this
Doctor
telling
is
us?
located. It's an error in the boot blocks. It does give a detailed message that says, because of this error, you won't be able to start, which confirms what we see. We click Fix. It's very quick to fix. And on this disk, that's about it. It's perfectly happy to
All
fix
done.
multiple problems.
Yeah.
It will generate a report if you'd like to look to see what it did, what was wrong. That's Disk Doctor.
Okay, now, is there anything I can do to prevent those kinds of problems? I mean, what would have caused that to happen? I mean, other than dropping the machine or something?
Well, a few things. If indeed you hook up hardware without turning off the machine, absolutely
That's a
critical. If
no-no.
you're putting on a new hard disk, please turn off the machine first. Other preventative measures that I like to emphasize are please make a backup regularly. In
Right.
fact, if I could get everyone to make a backup once a week,
You'd be out of business.
that would be great. That would be great. Run Disk Doctor on your disk before you make a backup to make sure you're
Yeah.
backing up intact data, but that would prevent
Turning a
lot of
Mac off at the wrong time could cause you problems like
That'll
this?
cause you problems. Follow the instructions with the Mac. That's a
Right.
pretty basic piece of business.
All else fails, turn to Norton Utilities.
Utilities.
Okay, thanks, Joel. All right, well, suppose you've called tech support, you've run your diagnostics, and still nothing. Well, time to call the real doctor. Believe it or not, we have found a computer doctor who makes house calls.
Vic Chiswick is a troubleshooter. Like a doctor or a firefighter, he is on alert, ready to leap into action when he hears the distress call. While he may not find a fire to extinguish, Vic has every reason to prepare himself for a calamity. He specializes in computer troubleshooting, and the idea for a personal PC problem solver came from his own frustrations.
For example, when I bought a computer and I was looking for some help, I just couldn't find any. So I thought there was a big need there. So I went back to school, learned more about computers, took special classes, and from there on I just found that there was a market.
Vic lends assistance to a cross-section of computer owners, from corporations and home offices to families. He has expertise in everything from network printers to the internet. While computer users can always turn to manuals and technical support lines, sometimes there is nothing to match the personal touch.
It expedites everything and gets it solved, which is great. I mean, you know, with the children running around and everything else in your life, it's great to have someone come over and this is how you do it, and then also to learn from it so that we don't have to keep, you know, calling someone like a Vic. He explains it fully, and then we're able to hopefully take what he gave us, and then a similar problem comes up, we know the answer.
Vic sees his role as a kind of go-between, an interpreter between computer user and manufacturer.
Often people don't know what to ask. If they have a problem, they really don't know how to approach the repair person for a particular company. For example, if it's Toshiba or somewhere, they may call and not know what to ask. And the person on the other side doesn't know what they need. So their problems are not solved.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Giles Bateman.
Kumbaya!
So did you ever let them see your stand-up act?
No, they never have till this day. To this day, they have never.
My mother hasn't either.
Really? I would be so scared to perform. I could perform for like anybody. I mean, I performed for
I could
just
perform
about anybody.
sexually in front of my mother, but not stand-up.
Is that wacky?
I think that's worse than my duty story.
I think so. First thing.
The team to play around him.